With the rise of the renewable energy business, solar cells are much in demand. While Tesla has been coming out with some mind-blowing technology for vehicles, here is something that is equally extraordinary. Elon Musk just unveiled an astounding power cell that has never been seen before. And guess what? The cutting-edge technology is much cheaper and can produce a limitless supply of energy. Curious to know more? Stay tuned for more. Welcome to our channel, guys. In today's video, we'll discuss Tesla's new 4.0 solar cell that can blow your mind. Before that, do subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. As you probably already know, the black and copper solar panel that you may find on residential rooftops and solar farms that were created and produced in America in 1950 is the conventional silicon photovoltaic solar cell. The building blocks of crystalline silicon cells are silicon atoms interconnected to create a crystal lattice. This lattice offers a well-organized structure that improves the efficiency of turning light into electricity. Currently, crystalline silicon makes about 90% of all solar panels in use worldwide, and the market is expanding at a rate of roughly 30% annually. Currently, silicon-based solar cells are becoming more affordable, and despite forecasts to the contrary, silicon itself is becoming less expensive. For the foreseeable future, silicon solar cells will probably continue to be widely used. Alternatives to silicon solar cells have been created, however, they aren't yet mature enough to be useful in the marketplace. But it looks like things are going to change soon. Ferroelectric crystal cells is the name given to photovoltaic cells, which are thin enough to power a house. Strong demand and manufacturing hiccups have driven up the cost of crucial components, primarily polysilicon for solar panels. The most costly grade of polysilicon now costs $40.62 per kilogram, up from the previous high of $40.32 the previous year. As the silicon rods are developing at the core of the reactor, manufacturers take the 99 pure silicon metal and purify it till it is 99.999% pure. Tesla needed to discover an alternative to silicon because the reactor walls must be kept cool to prevent the silicon from crystallizing, and maintaining that temperature differential is highly energy intensive. A novel breakthrough involving the arrangement of thin layers of the material can boost the energy generation of ferroelectric crystals in solar cells by a factor of 1,000. Ferroelectric crystals are different from typical silicon cells in that they do not need to develop negatively and positively doped layers within the cell in order to produce a p-n junction in order to produce the PV effect. The alteration, according to the researchers, might make it simpler to construct solar panels. According to researchers, this new cell does not require the extraction of raw minerals from the soil. Any substance with a crystalline structure fits the bill. So, to dramatically cut costs, researchers use ferroelectrics like barium titanate, a mixed oxide consisting of barium and titanium. It is expected that these panels can cost up to 10 times less per watt than contemporary commercial silicon solar panels. This is because Tesla does not need to invest a lot of money in skilled labor or sophisticated equipment to support manufacturing. Prior to the federal solar tax credit, you can anticipate spending roughly 2.21 cents per watt for Tesla's solar panels. But this ferroelectric panel comes at only 22 cents per watt. Previously, you always had to worry about the expense of silicon solar panels. But this new Tesla innovation is a perfect answer for people who cannot afford them. But given the low cost, one has to question how much energy it can genuinely produce. To reach a total installed capacity of 126 gigawatts direct current, enough to power 22 million US homes, the US added 3.9 gigawatts of solar PV capacity in the first quarter of 2022. In the first quarter, solar generated 50% of all new power generation capacity in the US. Musk claimed that Tesla's revolutionary cell would change the game since it could produce more electrical energy than ever before. In order to separate the positive and negative charges in a single solar device, the researchers built crystalline layers of barium titanate, strontium titanate, and calcium titanate. These might considerably improve solar cells' efficiency. For the United States, solar energy hasn't yet realized its full potential as a sustainable energy source, and much work needs to be done to encourage the use of solar technologies. Although the cost of solar hardware has significantly decreased, market restrictions and difficulties with grid interconnection continue to limit its widespread use. Permitting, finance, and customer acquisition are just a few examples of the non-hardware solar soft costs that make up a growing portion of the overall cost of solar and can currently account for up to 65% of the price of a residential PV system. For utilities to be able to rely on solar for baseload power, efficiency improvements, cost reductions, and novel market solutions are still required. However, pure barium titanate, a ferroelectric crystal, does not absorb much sunlight and hence generates a relatively modest photocurrent. This configuration could significantly boost the efficiency of solar panels. By experimenting with several material combinations, the researchers found that adding very thin layers of various materials considerably boosts the solar energy yield. Using a powerful laser to vaporize the crystals and then redeposit them on carrier substrates, this was accomplished. When compared to pure barium titanate, this resulted in a material that is made of 500 layers and is approximately 200 nanometers thick. To lower the barrier to entry for consumers interested in using solar energy to power their homes, Tesla introduced the Solar Subscription Program. A standard 2,500 square foot home, which is the average size of a house in the United States, typically costs between $18,000 and $20,000 to purchase solar panels. After investing in a complete solar system for a home, it typically takes 8 years to break even. Instead of making a sizable upfront investment to acquire a system outright, Tesla's solar subscription enables participants to start earning money from their panels right away through a small monthly rental fee. Even with a nearly 2/3 reduction in the amount of the mixture's base element, the new photoelectric material exposed to laser light had a current flow that was 1,000 times stronger and more efficient. In other words, the electrons are able to flow considerably more easily due to the excitation by the light photons, and the interaction between the lattice layers appears to result in a significantly larger permittivity. A big Tesla solar system of 11.34 kilowatts may provide an average of 43 to 58 kilowatt hours per day, equivalent to 1,500 hours per week with the ferroelectric cell, according to the measurements, which also demonstrated how robust this effect is. You shouldn't be shocked to learn that it can generate 1.5 million kilowatt hours every week. Future markets for renewable energy will benefit greatly from Tesla's electric cell development plan. It is anticipated that this cell will enable Elon Musk to realize his goal of supplying the entire United States with electricity. So what problems do ferroelectric solar cells face? High temperatures limit the longevity of thin coatings, which is a prevalent issue for the Western states. Tesla is working to create a thin layer that can endure extremely high temperatures, with silicon crystals currently holding the top spot. With potential use in computer memory capacitors and some other electronic devices, their work holds the prospect of being part of a revolution of ferroelectric materials. However, this ferroelectric cell is relatively new and needs time to be investigated in the lab. A silicon solar panel can survive for 25 years. With $56 million in fresh funding, US President Biden has launched a number of efforts to promote domestic solar PV production. It is anticipated that silicon solar cells will continue to become more affordable and popular in the near future. By 2050, it is expected that these cost reductions will have increased the amount of solar electricity generated in the United States by at least 700%. Research on alternate styles for more affordable and efficient solar cells will continue in the interim. In a few years, silicon alternatives may start to show up on solar farms and rooftops, contributing to the development of clean, renewable energy sources. These advancements have been made feasible and will continue to be made possible by expanding the production of solar cells in bulk, as well as new technologies that make the cells more affordable and effective. And Tesla is leaving no room to delay any further. What do you think Tesla will come out with next? Let us know in the comments. Do not forget to give us a like, share, and do subscribe to our channel for more updates. Thanks for watching.